everyone. I will show you how fast and easy it is to create a payroll using our payroll system. First, you need to log in your user account by inputting your user ID and password. Once you're able to log in on the system, you'll be able to access all the modules that are accessible by your user account on the system. So, to create a new payroll, you can go to Payroll Management, and on Payroll Management module, you'll be able to see all the existing payroll batches that are already existing on the system. As you can see on the list, for the year 2024, there are only 4 payroll batches that are created, and the latest is February 29, 2024. So I will create a new payroll batch which is for the March 15, 2024. To do that, just click the new batch button. On this new screen, you'll be able to select the payroll frequency. So if you're doing a daily payroll, if you're doing weekly payroll, or semi-monthly payroll, or even monthly payroll, the system can handle that. But here in the Philippines, we're usually using semi-monthly payroll. So I'll choose semi-monthly. Now, for the payroll cutoff, I'll just put March 1 to March 15, 2024, and the pay date will be March 20, by example. So to create the payroll batch, just click the Save button. So this first step, it's already creating the payroll batch and it's automatically inputting all the employees to that payroll batch, which also includes all the default income and deductions of all employees. So I'll show that to you. As you can see on the list, the March 15 cutoff is now available. And to see what's inside this payroll cutoff, I'll just click the View Batch button. Now, it's now displaying the list of employees under that payroll batch and their net pay. So if you want to see what are the income and deductions for that employee, you can just select that employee. For example, I'll choose this one and then I'll click the Open Payroll account. It will now display all the income and their amounts and all the deductions. What are the other things that you can do on this module? So if you want to edit some amount, you can just select the relief and just click the Edit Detail button. And it will let you change the amounts. For example, I just changed it to 2,500. And then, if you want to add more income, you just click the button Add Detail. And now you'll be able to choose other income accounts that are pre-configured on the system. Of course, the one that you're seeing here are the list of the income for our default income list. But for your company, we will replace all this and change it with what you're only using. So for this example, I just choose travel, and then there's a default of 1,000. I can still change it to 2,000 or any other amount, and just press the Save button. So I'm just able to add another income account. And it's also the same with the deduction. If you want to add more deductions, like I just click the Add Detail, and then I'll select, let's say, Other Adjustments, and then I'll just put 500 pesos. And then click the Save button. So there's another entry for other adjustments. By default, we have already configured all the employees to have their default income and deductions. So every time you create a payroll batch, it is all automated. I just want to remind that we will pre-configure all your employees with all their default income and deduction accounts. That's why every time you create a payroll, you don't need to insert one by one all their income or deductions. It will all be automated every time you create a payroll. Okay, now that I have shown you step 1, which is actually just creating this payroll batch, I have also shown you what are the other things that you can do after you created the payroll batch. Now we can proceed in the step 2, which is just uploading the work hours rendered or the total hours rendered of your employees for this payroll cutoff. Okay, so to do that, you should go to Upload Timekeeping System file. So this is the module where you're going to upload the timekeeping file. The timekeeping file is basically an Excel file that contains all the total hours rendered by your employees, and this can be uploaded on the system for the automatic computation of its equivalent amount. Let me show you how it looks. So this is the timekeeping file. It has the employee number, employee name, and the different type of work hours of the employees. These are the regular hours, regular OT, rest day hours, special holiday hours, legal holiday hours, and so on.
This also includes the hours for the total undertime and the leave without pay hours. So each time of hours that you have seen here have their own rate conversion in computing the compensation for the employee. Example is the regular OT, which is 125%. The rest day OT, this is 130%. We have the special holiday OT, legal holiday, they have their own rate. So on this video, I will show you how to upload the timekeeping file. There is a separate video on how to create this timekeeping file, which are the manual way and the automated way. To upload this file on the system, make sure that the file is closed. And you may upload it on this module, the Upload Timekeeping System file. So before you upload the file, you have to select which payroll batch you're going to upload the file. So for this session, I'm going to upload it on the March 15 cutoff. Just click the Upload Timekeeping File button. And then you may now browse where's the file that you're going to upload. So for me, this is it. Just click Open. The system said the timekeeping file you selected is recognized by the system. It means that the system recognized the file that you have selected and you've selected the correct one. Otherwise, the system will not let you upload it. So just press yes to proceed. The system is now uploading all the entries on the timekeeping file. Uploading has been completed successfully. It means all the hours on the timekeeping file has been successfully uploaded on the payroll of all the employees. It also means that the corresponding amount of those hours are also posted on the payroll of all the employees. Okay, before we proceed to check the payroll of the employees, let's first check what happened to the timekeeping file. So this is the file that we have uploaded earlier. So as we can notice now, there are already comments on the cell of the timekeeping file. It will already show the status of the uploading for the entries on this timekeeping file. It will also show the amounts that are posted on their payroll. Same with the overtime. So this is the equivalent amount. So that's the amount that we're going to expect to see on the payroll of each employee. So let's choose one employee and check it on their payroll. I'll choose this one, Sanchez Justin Mahinay. So we're expecting to see the regular hours is 68 hours, 3.5 regular OT, 4 hours of rest day, 16 hours of special holiday. So I'll just copy the employee number and let's just open the payroll of this employee. So let's go to payroll management and let's open the payroll batch that we have uploaded the timekeeping file earlier, and let's search the employee number. Oh, there it is. It's Sanchez Justin Mahinay. See? Okay, now as we can see, the basic pay is 68 hours, which is equivalent to 16,791. The regular OT that we have saw earlier, that's 1,080.32. The rest day 4 hours, 296. And the special holiday 16 hours, 1,185. So let's check this special holiday 16 hours. Let's go back to the timekeeping file. Special holiday 16 hours. So this is it, 1,185.26. And the OT, the 3.5 hours is 1,080.32. So let's check again. There it is, 1,080.32. So that's how it works when you upload the timekeeping file. You won't need to manually compute all these amounts. You just need to fill up the number of hours that they have utilized for those categories. If it is a regular hours, a regular overtime, rest day, legal holiday, special holiday, night differential, or if they have undertime hours or leave without pay hours, you can also put it there. And once uploaded, expect that it will also reflect here. So everything is automated for you. Remember, completing the timekeeping file is the key to complete the step 2. As mentioned earlier, there are 2 ways to create this timekeeping file, which are the manual way and the automated way. As mentioned, you can watch this on our separate video. Now we have completed the step 2. We can now proceed on step 3.
Step 3 is basically the final process of the system to make sure that all computations are accurate and final. So to do step 3, just go to the main payroll management module. On this module, you have to select which payroll batch you're going to perform the step 3. So to do that, just click the final computation button. As you can see on the screen, it says this will execute the final computation for all accounts on this payroll batch. This generally means that the system will perform validation and computation of the government deductions like withholding tax for taxable employees, SSS, PhilHealth, Pagibig, GSIS. It also validates other income or deductions if accurately computed on the payroll. So let's just press yes. So once this process is complete, you will see that the system will now allow you to generate the payslip and post the batch. So before we do that, let me just show you first one payslip for your reference. Let's open one employee. Let's choose Sanchez Justin as an example. And from here, we can just click the print payslip. So on this generated payslip, you will see on the upper portion your company name and your company address, the payroll period, the employee name and their rate. On the middle part, you will see three tables. On the left part, it's the taxable income. On the middle part, it's the non-taxable income. And on the right part is the deductions. At the bottom of them are their total. It will also show the gross pay and the net pay. If ever the employee has loans, it will also display here. So the employee will always be updated with their balance of their loans. So it will show the loan amount, the loan account, which are, for example, is a salary loan, Pag-ibig loan, or whatever, the total payment, and the balance of the loan. It will also show at the bottom the current and year-to-date of the gross income, gross taxable, gross basic pay, the withholding tax, and also the leave balances of the employee. So if you give leave benefits for your employees like vacation leave, sick leave, it will also show here. It will show the total and the remaining leave of the employee in real time. So they'll be able to monitor all their leave availments on your company. Now, let's generate all the payslip. So to do that, let's close this. From here, you can actually generate all the payslip by clicking the select all and then just click the batch print payslip. But before I do that, let me just show you where else you can do that. So let's just close this and select the payroll batch and then click the generate payslip. Okay, so as you can see now on the payslip is left aligned. Let's scroll it down. So these are all the employees under that payroll. Let me just check an employee so that I can show you one with the leave balance. Oh, there's an example. So one of the employees is this one. This employee has loans, as you can see. This is how it looked like. And then if you assign the leave balance, like vacation leave, it will show the total and the remaining balance. So that's it. So what can you do after generating all the payslip of the employees? So the things that you can do is you can print it. So if you still want to print your payslip, you just click print and then it will print one by one all the payslip. Another thing is you can click send to email. This means that each employee will receive their payslip on their email address. So the payslip will be attached as a PDF file on their email. And lastly, you can save it to PDF file. I think this one we can do it because this one is much faster. So it's now creating a PDF file for each employee. And once it's generated, you have options to whatever you want to do with the PDF file. Like if the employee don't have an email, you can just send it on their Viber or their Telegram or Messenger if you allow that. Or you can just directly print this on your printer. So let's just open one. Let's try this. So here's an example of payslip. Okay. Alright. So I have shown you how to generate payslip. What are the other ways to generate payslip? You can open this payroll batch. You can also select particular or selected employees where you want to generate the payslip. So for this example, I choose 4 employees and then just click batch print payslip. So there will be only 4 employees here. You can print, you can send to email to that 4 employees, and you can save it to PDF file. You can print payslip by selecting all, or if you want, you can print by department. So if you want to generate the payslip first of the administrative and finance department, just select it, and then it will show the employees under that department, and then just click select all. Then click batch print payslip. So you can prioritize certain departments if you want to send them the payslip first. All right. So that's for the payslip generation. What else can you do? So since you have performed the final computation or the last step on the creation of the payroll, it means all the computations there are final. The withholding tax, the government deductions, SSS, PhilHealth, Pagibig. And if everything is okay, but if you still want to check, you can, of course, you can still always open it. Like this one, let's open. Who's the person we usually check? Sanchez. There. There's the Pagibig, SSS, PhilHealth, and the withholding tax. So if you still think you need to add more or make changes, of course, you can still make changes. But keep in mind that if you make changes, you have to click the compute to make sure so that the system will make sure that everything is computation is correct. Or you can click the compute, or you can click the final computation like what I did earlier. So that's every time you make changes on the payroll. You just have to click that, right? So if everything is good and you're confident, or you think that there's no more adjustments to be done on the payroll batch, then you can now click the post batch. When you click the post batch, you cannot make any more changes to it. So let's do it. There you go. So batch successfully posted. Corresponding GL entries are posted successfully. This payroll batch is now on read-only mode. So now let's see the payroll. So when we check the payroll, you can see the icon now is lock. It's a lock icon. So when I click this and then try to open it, the system will now say, this batch is already posted, batch is read-only. So when we open it, let's try to open one employee. You can see that you can still see the income and deductions, but you cannot make any more changes. So the add, edit, delete, and compute button are now disabled. So there's nothing you can do anymore. Alright, I think we have already covered the third and last step on completing a payroll. Actually, there are a lot more useful features that you haven't seen on this video. I'm sure you're going to like them as well. So, make sure to watch other videos. This will guide you on using the system. Anyway, I hope you find our system highly efficient, user-friendly, and beneficial. Please feel free to contact me for any comments or inquiries. Thank you so much for your time.